nice to be here with you all, and proud, I would say, to be presenting on such an important topic and such an important event. Myself, I mean, what I can say about myself is just a little bit about my background. I'm Italian, and you will listen from, the more I talk, the more you will notice. And I work for a company which is called PTC. It's corporate, and so I can bring you the experience in corporate about hiring, retaining talents for the gender diversity especially. We can start, yes, of course. So, first of all, I want to start by telling you about PTC, about this company that is quite interesting company in terms of complexity for being part of such an important sector, the digital transformation. PTC, in fact, is a digital leader in the leader in digital transformation. As around, it should be like going on to the Okay, so basically it's a company that has like more than 6,000 employees across the world, main presence in the US, presence in Europe, presence in Asia. It's a company that has presence around many verticals, as you can see here, and as, let's say, a really high technological content. Why I'm talking about this? Because that's a challenge that we have, and as my colleague before was talking, this is one of the most important challenges for companies that are in the technology sector, finding women. I will say PTC, as you can see, is really active in terms of actions for inclusion and diversity in general, action for women, and so on. But this is somewhat not enough, as we will see later, and the problem is somewhere else. What I want to show you is that basically the company is really doing a lot. I mean, we hired 2 years ago, we hired this amazing woman as Chief Diversity Officer and also a presence in corporate social responsibility, which is doing an amazing job on trying to increase the number of female employees and to be present in many events and many initiatives to improve the presence of women in technology. But still, if we look at number, you can see that, okay, in 2 years we have reached like an increase of 50% of female employees. We have increased our headcount and female, and really we have made a lot of efforts there. But still, this is not enough. Look at the numbers. I mean, it's still only 20% of female employees in management positions. And this is not where we want to go. But then the question is, what are the challenges? And the challenges are starting at university, maybe. I mean, even before, I mean, it's just a cultural thing that women just don't want to go for the IT and technology. They're just not interested by that. And a study estimates that exactly 40% of women who earn an engineering degree quit or even never enter the profession. Can you think about that? I mean, how important this is? So what are the challenges? First of all, something that is basic in this kind of event, the conception of bias. So first of all, yes, the bias. There is a common perception that women are not good at maths, right? Or common sense that, yeah, men are better at maths, and the female employees, they are better in social and empathic. But who did ever say that a technology company doesn't need the empathy? So why not hiring women in the technology sector, and why not trying to push more for that? So what we can do to retain women in tech more than what we currently do? More and more mentorship, one-to-one meeting with senior employees, whatever it is, female, men, but more mentorship for women to start understanding more and more their value, to start understanding more and more where they can ask for something more. And salary data review. I mean, who does say that a man and a woman should get paid in a different way? When you go to the supermarket, do you want to buy milk? Doesn't you look if the milk is man or women? The same way that you buy a product for its value, that way you shall hire a woman, just because of the competency she brings. And then, of course, there is another point that, as one of the colleagues said before, the women are not as good in selling themselves, in negotiating. Women are quite perfectionists. They don't apply for all the jobs. They don't apply when a job is not perfectly corresponding to their criteria. This is something that men do instead. So why not try to increase those skills? Why not to train the women also to start doing something more on that topic? Then, of course, culture change. Completely review and change the bias that we currently have in the organization. And already just talking about those topics in this kind of meeting is already a step towards that. And in fact, the last step that I would recommend for retaining women in tech is exactly keep hosting the kind of events that we are hosting today. And thank you all for being here and being part of those events, because this is one of the ways. It's promote what other companies are doing, promote what we can do further, and promote women who are really great, that they have great talent, great careers in their companies. They have been able to initiate something new and something great. The more we talk about this, the more other women will be inspired by that. And in fact, that's why I'm saying here this. I mean, the point is to discover things. I mean, a woman doesn't know how nice it may be for her studying math until she starts doing it. A woman may discover how technology is nice, but when we grow up, we are not using computer as much as men, right? And this is a cultural thing. So back at PTC, what I want to bring here is also an experience on what we can do. I mean, I take from my company what I guess other companies may do, and it's just a suggestion, and maybe we do the same the other way around, meaning I can take ideas from you. PTC has as one of its main goals the inclusiveness, meaning one of our value is PTC for all. That means exactly inclusiveness. And then what do we do? An idea may be creating ERG groups. It's employee resources groups of people who have a common interest and that are interested in talking and sharing about their experiences and try to learn and grow on that. And the ERG basically is something that may be focusing on how to progress in career, how to get better at certain topic, how to get a better mentorship, and so on. Here I'm just listing what we do, the current offerings in terms of ERG. You can see how many there may be, how many different kind of culture thing you can have in a company, with some focus as well, as I was mentioning that in the beginning, innovation and green, like in terms of social responsibility, corporate responsibility, which is a topic that is also coming more and more actual those days. And so, I mean, this is a way. Then, in Spain, we are lucky because we have a law that is supporting us and that is helping promoting those initiatives more and more. It's for companies with more than 50 employees, as of today, it's important, it's mandatory that you have an equality plan. Equality plan means giving the employer the obligation to look at their population and understand what needs to be changing for all employees to be treated equally, independently from the gender. And basically, the several areas may be selection or recruitment, training, career advancement, working conditions, and so pay audit, or maybe like looking at underrepresentation of women in certain departments, remuneration, or in general, preventing sexual harassment, having a code that is preventing this kind of activities. At PTC, this is just an example of what we are doing. Of course, it's not all that you can do, and it's not exhaustive, let's say, in terms of everything that a company may do. But, I mean, at least we start doing something. We for example, use the support of people who are passionate about it for organizing activities voluntarily. Inclusion and diversity activities. We host events, we invite people to share their experience, to talk about their own diversity topic, and so. And finally, how companies can retain women in tech. First of all, work-life balance options. If women, I mean, we know that women are the ones that usually traditionally take care of childs. Why not think about part-time options? Instead of one full-time employee, two part-time employee. And if you can just go back to the first slide, I was just long on that one. Then work by goals, not by hours. This would allow the female employees to take care of their families, to take care of the child when they're not at school and so. And finally, why not parental leave to men? Spain has something on that. We are really improving on that, but still, I mean, companies may give that as an option for having the men taking care of the child and the women going ahead in their career. Why not? Final advice, I was just asked to share something more personal, something about myself, and it's something that I think it's not only related to gender diversity, but is general, let's say, going across all the differences that you have in a company, and a great retention tool for a company, and is this like self-care and work-life balance. And this doesn't start from the company, it starts from you all, it starts from us. It's like just take a moment, 1 hour in your day to just think about yourself, self-care, because this is the only way that you can really do something important for yourself. And this is the only retention tool companies have, and it starts with you. Just you take care of yourself, what you care, and you will feel like energetic, and you will feel the importance and sense of your life. Thank you.